question is also on client-centered therapy. It promotes the healthy psychological growth of an individual. We just now saw that this option is correct. Next says, the goal of psychoanalysis is strengthening of ego function and to promote insight into unconscious. What is the goal of psychoanalysis? First one, we already understood and it is correct. Second one is also correct. Yes, it is supposed to strengthen the ego functions and promote insight into unconscious. Who among the following have used level 1 and level 2 to distinguish between two types of intelligence? Which people have used both the levels in distinguishing between two types of intelligence? Arthur Jensen gave both the levels to distinguish between intelligence. Okay. The next step, what is the Greek alphabet rho representing? Which statistics term is RHO rho representing? Very easy, very basic. Pearson product moment correlation. Yes. Supposed to remember the symbols for all the statistical terms. What is the full form of SPSS? Options are a little bit confusing. Let me just tell the answer for this one. Statistical package for social sciences. Yes, statistical package for social sciences. You're supposed to rote memorize this term. Okay, so which of the following correlation explains the maximum variance? Okay, so maximum variance, when there's a correlation in maximum variance, which of these values represent that? Now remember that it is supposed to be square, okay, and it has to be maximum variance. So automatically third option is correct, minus 0.90, because it is supposed to be the square. There are two statements given. What is law of parsimony? People prefer complex explanations of a phenomenon than simple explanation. Is it true or not? Or the law of parsimony involves consideration of variety of explanation. What is law of parsimony, first of all? I'll explain once you mark your own answer. Okay. Okay, so law of parsimony is not preferring complex explanation or variety of explanation. Law of parsimony states that people prefer simple explanations for it is over complex explanation. It is the opposite of this line. Okay, simple explanations of a phenomenon rather than complex explanation. If there is a simple explanation, there cannot be variety of explanation. It has to be a one single explanation. So both of the statements are incorrect. To mark the phobias with the specific situation, agoraphobia, you are supposed to know what is agoraphobia. The rest of them, if you don't know, you have to read up on these phobias. Okay, agoraphobia is going to be entering public places, right? Okay. So pyrophobia is for fire. Okay. And fear of heights is known as acrophobia. Okay. And agora and B, xenophobia is entering public places, and agoraphobia is strangers. Actually, the first option is correct, not the second one. C and D are correct. A is supposed to be second. Agoraphobia is entering public places, and xenophobia is fear of strangers. Okay, the first answer is correct, not the second one. Who among the following did research to determine the smallest difference between two ways that could be detected? Okay, so the smallest noticed difference, which is called a just noticeable difference between two weights, it could be detected. Who gave this phenomenon of just noticeable difference? J and D. It was given by Ernst Weber. Ernst Weber gave the phenomenon of just noticeable difference. The appearance of learned response again after extinction in a classical conditioning experiment shows. Okay, so after extinction of the learned response, again suddenly the appearance of the learned response happens. So what is this phenomenon called? You are supposed to know this one. This one is very, very easy. Options are also very discriminating. Answer is spontaneous recovery. Yes, they are recovering their learned response after extinction. Spontaneous recovery. Normal distribution curve when plotted. Okay, so over here, one is assertion, one is reasoning. Okay, so you are supposed to tell whether this reason is actually the proper reason for the assertion or not. Okay, if it's the correct explanation or not. So for an assertion says normal distribution curve when plotted never touches the x-axis. Does the normal distribution curve never touches the x-axis? And the reason says the range of normal distribution is from infinity negative to positive infinity. Normal distribution curve is a bell-shaped curve. Okay, and yes, it doesn't touches the x-axis, and normal distribution range is from infinity to negative infinity. Both are correct, and reason is the correct explanation for assertion.